Alright guys, customer states. I got a weird grinding noise from my brakes. Bro, there's no brake pad. That is caliper bracket on rotor. Final update. Rear end's on the ground. Completely out of the car. There it is. The infamous torque tube. And then here's why we're replacing this.
Hey, if anybody has questions, ask them here.
You can see, very slightly, this is twisted and it wobbles. This here cone here, it's walking around. It's not a perfect plane. So this, it's no good. Bearings are making noise too. Replace. Okay guys, today on Redneck Engine Performance, we moved all these cars around because here's the infamous flipped Honda Civic. Time to pull the engine and transmission out of this car and send it to the car crusher. Stay tuned. Today, this driveline will be right here. And here is the picture of this Honda on its roof.
My YouTube channel, if you don't hear me,
yep. 25 mile an hour. Somehow ended on the roof. Well, today on Redneck Engine Performance, probably going to be a very delayed few day video that I upload as I'm sick and tired. I got like a million videos to edit. But there's the engine transmission combo out of the car. And there's a buddy's car. And there's a Beetle. But, yep, getting stuff done in here. Yep, all this going to the scrapyard. We cut the windshield out to just yank the engine and cut it out. This car is totaled, so no sense in caring. But Redneck Engine Performance, guys. Alright guys, today on Jury-Rigged Bullcrap, we have a 2008 Honda to replace a 2007 Honda that my buddy flipped not too long ago. So this thing, today, what we're doing is we're watching paint dry. So exciting. Yep, no jury-rigged engines today. This is jury-rigged bodywork. See? Yeah. So, yeah, looks good. Looks good. Had a little tiny rust hole into this corner of this rocker, and it's fixed up. So, eat your heart out, kiddos. Yeah, this is like the most exciting thing ever. You know, you can feel the excitement in my voice. You know, watching paint dry. Literally. All right, guys. Thanks for letting me waste your time. You have a good day. Stay humble.
Hey guys, what's up to the stream? So if you don't hear me, if you didn't hear me talking, I am live. So if you got any questions, automotive related, outside of new cars, I don't fuck with new cars. I fuck mainly with, you know, like 80s, 60s, 50s. I'll do up to 2010, maybe 15 cars and some cheat codes and some modifications to the variable valve timing, or in most cases with Japanese cars and modern day American cars in that era is cylinder shutdown, where they shut down the cylinder. That would be DOD, or I forget what it was, GM called it, like active fuel AFM, active fuel management, meaning like at certain RPMs your car would go ahead and cut down 2 cylinders to save fuel at highway cruising speeds. But like, subscribe, shoot the messages in there. I do everything, anything, transmission, engine. It's actually kind of sad to say that I really don't do this mainstream anymore, but if you got any questions, I'll gladly help you out and we could go from there. Sorry, my finger, I fucked it up today. It's hurting a lot. I crushed the nail. Talk about that later, but I'm gonna keep going. If you guys want to ask any questions, specifically related to modern day Hondas, Toyotas, I don't mess with Nissan. If you ask me about anything about a Nissan, you're probably fucked. Nissan from like 2004 to 2022, 2023. Anything you buy, guaranteed your transmission is doomed. You're going to lose your transmission if you got a CVT, Ultima, Sentra, you name it, Versa. I don't give a shit. A Rogue, whatever. Even the V6s started getting the CVTs and they went poof. But hey, like, subscribe.
Through body work.
Oh, by the way, everything in these videos is literally work I did years ago. This isn't recent work. If you want to check it out, check my YouTube channel. I got a lot of recent work.
And today, guys, it wouldn't take the car without the cat. So the junkyard gets the cat. Oh well. But to the crusher she goes. And then as soon as this is gone, this is coming in for a timing chain. Yeah. Fuck this car. Today on the Redneck Engine Performance, we have ourselves a Honda 1.5 liter that was from a car that flipped upside down. Just wanted to point some stuff out here. This is how you know 150,000 miles. People who own this engine have taken care of it. No sludge. It's clean. Clean engine. Yeah. I thought we were going to maybe rebuild this fucker because it's out of the car. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get down in here after I get the transmission off and get this over, set back up on my, once again, another engine stand. And check the oil pan and check the bearings and stuff if everything looks cool.
For everybody who has joined, you can tell by my fucking voice, this is my YouTube videos. These are my videos.
Static will do a fucking refresh. Here's another update of today. This transmission, we're gonna go through it. It's got about 140,000 miles on it. Hopefully, quick refresh, maybe some new valve, or solenoids, yada yada yada. This thing, I don't know what we're gonna do with it really. I know it runs. It ran before I took it out the car, so I'm gonna pull the oil pan and check the bearings. But somebody's kept up really well on their oil on this bad girl, so I'm quite happy to see this. But anyway, guys, stay tuned. Well, guys, let's see what surprises await us in this oil pan. I have good hopes, but this is only one way to tell. Gotta come out. So, stay tuned. Let's see what happens under here. Well, guys, got some good news. That's a happy 150,000 mile rod bearing. You can see little materials worn, very little. That's nothing. But for shits and gigs, I'm gonna get a set of bearings and throw rod bearings in here because this engine ran upside down. That's like this. It was upside down because the car was upside down and it ran like this, so no oil was going to the crank. But for the 30 seconds it ran with no oil, sure as fuck that hurt none. So, yep, that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna slap some rod bearings in here, and then we're gonna go ahead and do a head gasket, reseal, head gasket, everything top. New seals, she old. It's time to reseal her up. We had a bit of an oil leak.
Just so you guys know, I was typing. I'm moderating the stream on my PC. We can just go ahead and look. I got a lot of money in my PC. I literally don't know how to stream the way I'm streaming on my PC. and these are all my videos, so just know I don't know what I'm doing, but I am here to answer your questions about automotive repair. I build engines, I diagnose engines. I'm mostly engines anymore. Suspension, anything like that. I'm sorry, you're going to need to take that to your local repair shop. I can't help you diag anything in the manner of what they would say. I need to drive it to feel it to tell you. I can't. If I'm not hands-on, I can't tell you the vibration that occurs in your car. 90% of the time, if you ask me about fuel-related issues, engine, codes, you hit me with codes, make, year, model, generation, I could do all that. Worst case scenario, you might have to give me your VIN number. I run it through my all data. I start looking at common issues with the car. I have access to those repair procedures, diagnostic procedures, you name it. I can get it. So the whole purpose of my live streams is strictly to just get out there to new people. I don't live stream my car repairs. You guys got to understand that I have a 9-to-5 job. I can't just sit there and all day as a guy trying to do the repairs. I tried to do that, but while working, things are things, and you really can't just dedicate your time to recording. I would need to pay somebody to record full time, and I've tried this twice now, and every time I gotta fire them, and half the videos I have to delete or not even edit because it's just a problem where I'm yelling at them because, I'm trying to do my job, and all these fancy YouTube videos you guys see on the internet, and they're all doing their job trying to record it. You'll notice from my posting timeline, it's like drastically downhill. I can't post all the time while I'm recording, but let's get back to the videos. If I get enough people spicing up the videos, which obviously I probably bored you all with my ranting, we'll just go ahead and proceed into my videos, and we'll be done. Hit me up.
Right around here at the VTEC solenoid, it looked like. So, just gonna go through and reseal all these stupid schmillicone cups.
What we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna, I'm fucking up my entire stream right now. Let's go to shorts. We're just gonna do this, guys.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Your videos. There we go. My bad. So, here's my recent work.
This right here, everybody, is an educational video.
For everybody's concern, this is a 1989 580K Backhoe with a 4BT Cummins.
Got the backhoe running after it's been sitting for like 8 months. Would not start. She's alive again. She's alive. Screw this piece of crap. I think it's like a 90s, like a 91, 89, somewhere in that ballpark. Age case backhoe that's obviously been on its side before. Well, it is confirmed.
Oh, this is gonna be a good one, man. Dude, some kid. So I bought, we got this truck off a guy whose nephew was driving the truck at the time of detonation. And this is a 300 straight 6. Somebody over-revved the engine.
I suspect we had a problem. This engine over-revved. Either over-pressurized our lifter, hanging a valve up, or the valve floated and made contact initially right here, broke off, and then went down here, Went over here and then ended up there. Education. Education there, kids. Here's the rule of thumb. If you're dumb young and you're driving a truck like a fucking bat out of hell, you don't know what you're doing, this is what happens. Because the rest of this engine looked fine until you start looking in here and there's holes in the coolant jacket. Yeah, so, 306. Well, it is confirmed. I'll tell you the story of with everyone he raised his sword and marched through tears and blood with most of the broken heroes. My motor's knocking hard tonight. Guess that service engine light was right on my dashboard. I stopped. My motor's knocking. I don't play baseball. My motor's knocking hard tonight. Guess that service engine light was right on my dashboard. I stopped to check under the hood.
Hey, just so you all know, these are my videos I posted on my YouTube shorts. I'm just screen sharing, swiping, while watching my stream chat off my badass PC, simply because I don't know how to do this shit. So welcome to the fun. Like, subscribe, check out my videos before you like, subscribe. I don't want weirdos, so check it out. Only the real mechanics are gonna know what I do. Oh wait, I'm over here pressing play and pause on my fucking computer.
But all I see is bad and nothing good. I think I blowed it up. An old man turned and said, hey you, here's some starting fluid you can use.
No, ban me, YouTube. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. Fuck this shit.
The mystery continues.
It definitely continues.
There's a hole in the...
Alright, so this engine, anybody who's watching who gives a fuck, I don't know what happened to this engine. I bought the engine in the truck that blew up. I found the piston embedded in that little circle hole in the center of the piston there. That's where it ended up. In these engines, it's what we call a hydraulic lifter. So at high RPMs, if you, what we call money shift the bitch, you take it from like fourth gear to second gear at like 60 mile an hour, something like that. In these older trucks, you're gonna over rev the engine. This causes oil pressure to go from normal, right? Normal oil, no oil, normal, over pressurized. When the oil pressure over pressurizes in a hydraulic lifter setup, and a push rod engine, it'll hyperextend the lifter and push the push rod up and hang the valve open at high RPMs. You either have two problems that occur here. Either A, you get what we call floating valve. That means the valve spring can't pull the valve up from the piston naturally during its cycling. Long story short, guys, this engine over-revved. The two issues that could have occurred are only caused by over-revving. It's either A, the valve floated because of the spring, or B, it over-pressurized the fluid or oil pressure in the lifter, and it caused the push rod to stick up, causing the valve to hang down, piston goes bink, and everything went to hell. It happened very violently, and from what I understand, they drove the truck home. And I found metal and deposits and damage all throughout the engine, which is definitely involved with metal going through the intake. And, I mean, The intake valve is the valve that failed, so we're going to leave it at that.
Lock. Cylinder wall, no cylinder wall. If you look, there's a piece of cylinder wall hiding back there shoved in the coolant jacket. The mystery continues. Well, YouTube, it looks like one of these are not like the other. There's even piston nuggets on top of that piston. Yep. There's a little control ring. There's part of a piston. There's a valve. Hold on. There's a big old hole in the piston. Yeah. That looks melted. Yep. Something really bad happened in here. 306. Never seen that before.
This is the only way this happens to an engine like this is if that engine went from 2,000, 3,000 RPM to like 15,000 RPM. This thing went from 0 to hero and went 0 again.
Well, YouTube, it looks like one of these are not like the other. On the camera. On the camera. All right, guys, so what you're looking at right now is a hole in number 4 piston. And if you look, the valve is right there.
Bad.
In the block with a crack.
Nobody's watching.
In the block, or the cylinder wall. So, yeah, something really bad happened in there. But, stay tuned. We got our donor engine right over here. Gotta pull the crank pulley off. I left my puller somewhere else, so we're gonna gut this, get it down to machine shop. We're getting all new pistons, new wrist pins, because this one right here is a piece of shit. And new oil pump, we're gonna go to get a Melly's high flow pump, rebuild the head, clean her up, put her back together. It's a 300 straight 6, so I mean it's pretty simple. Here we go. The new F-150 is finally in the shop. We got to pull this 306 out because something really bad happened in there to break off the valve. But 300 straight 6, grenaded. We're going to get her, take it apart. I have another block. We're going to build it, stick it in here. Stay tuned. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. If you want to talk some crap, come on. Let's go in the comments. Talk that crap, boys. Ladies.
Let's talk
Peace
that
out.
crap. Come on.
Here we go. Here we go. The new F-150 is finally in the shop.
Let's go.
We got to pull this 306 out because, well, YouTube, you see we have an engine underneath the gear, and I was about to put the engine into the gear. Then I realized where the freaking goddamn clutch bolts. So, put on pause. why are we slipping? Hey, what's up, people? You're...
Yeah, so here's me with the Grizzly Adams. I shaved her down, but I'm still a fucking hairy motherfucker.
Hold on, let me change the angle here, and you're about to see a World War II airplane right there.
Chris, you, my friend, go back and just stay in North Carolina, dude. Just stay there. We don't need you.
He's trying to fire up. Open the stream. Please leave this out. Let me know I'm good.
It's all my work, by the way.
Showing all my cards here on my race mode.
Well, with a little bit of trial and error here, we officially have mounted the...
We officially mounted. This is me. These are my videos. Thank you.
engine to the transmission. She is in the car, free floating. And we got to put all these parts back on and set her down the road.
You know what's sad is I wish I knew how to get my expensive ass computer to work, to do what I want to do. But you know what? We're on the phone, so I got to pause the video so you can hear me. So thank you for watching. Stick around. You're going to see some cool shit.
Our wires are below YouTube. You see, we have an engine underneath the gear, and I was about to put the engine into the gear. Then I realized where the freaking goddamn clutch bolts. So we're on pause. This is what happens when you take cars apart a few years ago, and then you're like, hey, I put all the parts in the car, and then you realize some reason the only missing bolts are for the freaking clutch. But stay tuned. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have an update. Tomorrow I'm going to start doing a full installation process, and she's asking for help. As you can tell, she wants fixed. But stay tuned, guys. Like, subscribe, and
days, and then I wake up, work's cold days.
Gotta say this, rest in peace, Oliver Tree. The weirdest person I've ever liked on music side ever, as a metal and guitar style music kind of guy.
And then I wake up, work's cold days, and then I wake days, and then
well, if anybody knows that logo and that light and that ignition switch, you already know what's happened here today.
If your car fucked up, don't panic, don't trip. With these hands, baby, I can do magic, bitch. I can fix any car on the planet, all of it. Hit my line right now, I'm a mechanic. If your car fucked up, don't panic, don't trip. With these hands, baby, I can do magic, bitch. I can fix any car on the planet, all of it. Hit my line right now, I'm a mechanic. If your car fucked up, don't panic, don't trip.
Well, YouTube, here we at it again, saving another...
Anybody with an Ecotech Chevy car, pay attention.
engine that I don't know why I'm saving at all. This is a 2.4 liter Ecotech from the Chevy category. doing what they're all known for, timing chains. Somehow this thing was in words don't even describe how fucked up this was. Let's just go over a couple guide bolts here. Chain ate into that one. Chain completely destroyed this one. Chain destroyed that. This guide is terrible. Chain ate through there. Chain almost ate through here. Wallowed out. Wallowed out. Broken. Broken. Very sharp serrated edge. Like, look at those grooves. Like that chain.
Yeah, if anybody is watching this part, this kid has no idea who he messed with.
Was eating this thing up. Well, YouTube, here's an update of the project. So, upon tearing this thing apart, this is why it's such a long update, and I didn't want to fucking record. I was so mad, and I have a real job. Fixing cars is not my paycheck. I do roofing. So this turned into a lower intake gasket that, digging deeper, I tried to drain the rad. The pickcock came loose. No coolant came out. Fill up here. Still no coolant coming out. Then I remember I noticed that I was seeing some sludge from the crossover between the two heads in the lower intake. Sure enough, the rad is packed full of coolant, and freaking some asshole with Dex Cool not realizing they put universal in here and sludged the motor up. Engine overheated. Coolant found the weak spot, the plastic on the head, which is hot. Melted the plastic, coolant leaked out. Well, YouTube, here's an update. Well, YouTube, you know what time it is. Well,
It's fun to know that I ran this motorcycle, and the kid who owns it doesn't even know how to ride and talk shit. You can't even fix shit. Sorry, Jeremy. Learn something.
here's a little informative update on anybody who drives. I want to say a Buick LeSabre, a Buick Century, a Pontiac Grand Am, Grand Prix, any General Motors cars from 96 to 2004 that had these stupid engines with a plastic gasket for the lower intake is prone to melting the coolant ports off and causing a major coolant leak. So get yourself a Fel Pro update, gets rid of the plastic gasket with a metal gasket, which should have been done from the factory. But here's the part number for all you guys looking to do this. Part number in your engines. 3.1, 3.4 Chevys.
My baby boy.
Here's a little informative update on anybody who drives. I want to say a Buick LeSabre, a Buick Century. Well, if you know, you know. Only one engine design on the planet puts the fucking lower intake gasket behind the rocker arms. Yes, you see that right. Let that sink in. If you haven't guessed, this is a 3.4 liter 3400 SFI by, you guessed it, the dead company.
Fuck Chevy.
Actually, I think GM in general is dead in my book ever since the Chevy Cruze and this crap. But here you go, one of the worst V6s ever made.
Gotta say it.
Yep. Take a look at it. Well, I get to watch a jet take off. That's pretty cool. Powered up.
I don't have time for this.
Here we go.